Alright, I had to do this video, and for no other reason than I'm an idiot. And here I am admitting it. So, let's get into it right now. Alright, so I did a video a while back, I'm sure a lot of you saw it, where I had to come to the honesty and realization that the cam in Pop's car was not a stock speed density cam. I finally had to come to that realization just from the sheer chop. So I did the video explaining that I didn't know what happened. I'm left with two possibilities. The first one is I grabbed the wrong cam. I don't know. Either I picked up one of the B cams that we had laying around at the shop, or the stock engine, bone stock engine, down to the factory manifolds, had a cam in it. I don't know what's in it. I know what I thought I put in it, and clearly it isn't. But there was no way that was a stock speed density cam. And that was pretty much it. I didn't know what was in it. But the logical assumption at the time that I came to was the cam that I pulled out of a basically stock engine wasn't stock. And I just pretty much left it there. Didn't know what it was, didn't know how it got there, on and on and on. Let's continue. So I was trolling back through some of my older content, just seeing how everything's faring, you know, why not? And came across a video from back in 2020. And it had to do with building the engine for Project Ford 8. All right, gentlemen, so here is the deal. Again, my buddy Mike Lednier came through with the Ford Racing E303 cam. And guys, this is the same exact cam I had in my car before we did the Coyote swap. It sounds great. It makes great torque on the street. Now, I had forgotten there was three total engines for 4 to 8, only one of which made it into the car ultimately. So the first one, we went to tear it down and the block was cracked. That was number 2. I forgot about number 2, which came out of an SSP we had back then. Okay, so that second engine, that was the one that I cleaned, totally re-gasketed, and installed an E303 cam in. So, I was sitting there watching, I was like, son of a bitch. I had forgotten about the second engine. So when I went and pulled the cam out of what I thought was the original motor out of the 87 with the cracked block, what I was actually doing was pulling a cam out that I installed that was supposed to go in 4 to 8. I thought it was the first engine. It ended up being the second engine. So I pull the cam out, put it in the tube, set it aside for Project 4 to 8, or excuse me, set it aside for Pop's car, and come back to it later on, install it in the engine for Pop's car. So the cam in Pop's car is an E303. And I'm not gonna lie, I called Dover immediately, and I reminded him about the third motor, or excuse me, the second. It was technically the second motor. So the actual engine and transmission that went into Project 4 to 8 was out of a low mile 1990 Mustang GT.
Man, that's crazy. It's still got smog and everything.
I mean, whoever had it, like, he's got the paperwork that they done and serviced everything.
Wow.
They put new water pump, new oil pan gasket, rear seal. I mean, they say it don't leak a drop. No, all you need to do is clean it and put it in there.
Yep, I'm gonna pressure wash it and
look at the balancer. It's got a new balancer on.
yeah, you can see the gaskets and everything.
We were putting everything together on the second motor, which is why I slid the cam in, and then this deal came up and we just yanked it back out, threw all of that in, and it just worked out better for that car. So instead of the 87 engine that had the cracked block was scrapped, obviously, and so what was sitting there in the corner that I thought was the original engine out of that 87 turns out was in fact the second motor that I in fact slid the cam in. And I'm not gonna lie, guys, we do a lot of stuff out there at the shop. We have a lot of parts, we have a lot of engines, a lot of transmissions, and the second engine totally slipped my mind, and had for, I don't know, almost 2 years now until then. So I had to do this update video. Yes, Pop's car has an E303 cam in it. And surprisingly, no idling issues. It actually idles really good. There's no hunting, no surging. I'm not exactly sure why. Maybe it's just because it's still got the stock intake. I don't know. But that is what is in Pop's car, and that is why it chops. That's why it made the extra power on the dyno. So there you go, guys. Mystery finally solved. Pop's car has an E303 cam in it, and I can sleep better at night. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Mystery solved. I'll catch you on the next one.